Hey guys, how's it going? Joe Mills here. I just wanted to put together a nice little video today talking to you guys a little bit about how I got started in this business, why I enjoy it, and what's to come for me. So, you know how in superhero movies they do an origin story? This will kind of be like my origin story. I got into lawn care pretty much by the time I was 4 years old. I remember being 4 years old and watching my neighbor's house be mowed with Exmark turf tracers. And then from then on, my interest kind of just exploded into the industry. I remember being in probably late elementary school, early middle school, and realizing that there might be a career to this and there might be something I want to do. As a little boy, you like trucks and you like, seeing all the garbage trucks and the dump trucks and stuff, and I just never really grew out of that. As a kid, I didn't really play with video games too much or do too much stuff electronically. I spent most of my time outside just imagining running my own business. And still to this day, even in college, I just imagine running my own business. It's kind of what I always wanted to do. So by the time I was in 8th grade, I had done a little bit of research with the help of my mom and discovered there's a career to this. It's landscape design or landscape contracting, building things, having your own company. And by the time I was in 8th grade, I thought, I want to go to school for this. This is something I want to take more seriously. And since I lived in Fairfax County, Virginia, outside of DC all my life, I was looking for in-state schools, and I came across Virginia Tech. Really the only in-state school that offered horticulture or landscape contracting, and that's the program I'm in now. So by 8th grade, I kind of figured out this is what I want to do. In 9th grade, I was thinking more about starting my own business, and then in 10th grade, I finally did. If I had one piece of advice, I just wish I started earlier. To be honest, I kind of wish that I was doing this when I was like in 8th or 9th grade, even if it was just unofficially, because by the time I was in 10th grade, I couldn't get dry. That wasn't until my junior year. But, sophomore year, I started handing out flyers, got business cards, started taking it more seriously, going out and doing some jobs. And my first job I ever got lasted me about 2 months. It was a huge yard cleanup. But looking back, I was so under-equipped to take on that job, and I underbid it, but I didn't know any better. In the junior year, I was able to drive towards the end of the year, but I started doing more fall cleanup. At this point, I was still just doing landscape jobs because there wasn't a whole lot of market for mowing. If you guys know, if you're from the Fairfax County, DC area, there's so much competition with landscape companies that I just figured that, not many people were ever interested in me mowing for them, so why not I just focus more on landscape. Now, that's not to say I didn't have a mower. I did. I had a Toro 20-inch push mower, and I did a few lawns a week. And then, I started getting into more landscape stuff, doing that. And then, my senior year, I bought a Exmark Viking 36-inch hydrostatic buckline mower. And that's because I got a few properties that were a half acre, and I was spending a lot of time after school push mowing them, so I decided to get a bigger mower to speed jobs up. And I didn't have more than like a couple yards I was mowing, but landscape work, I was getting thousands of dollars in landscape work. So junior year, I started thinking about college again. I applied to Virginia Tech. My senior year, early decision. I got deferred. That made me kind of nervous, but I got accepted in regular timing, so that was cool. Yeah, so if I have to stress anything about this, is that I really have a passion for this industry. It's what I want to do with my life. It's really what I want. And I've been thinking a lot about what I'm going to do after college. I thought I was going to start my own business again. I'm not so sure. The reason I say this is because there's a lot of good opportunities out there with a lot of great companies doing kind of what I want to do, but there would be not as much stress involved as running my own business, not as much worries. However, the thought has always been on my mind is starting my own business again, so right now I'm kind of back and forth on what I want to do after school, after I graduate. Keeping all lanes of opportunity open. I'm not going to say no to anything outright. I'm going to look at it and really think about it. I've gotten a few questions about something along the lines of, when did you decide you wanted to mow for the rest of your life? Now, that's kind of contradictory to what I just talked about in high school, that I didn't do so much mowing and I did more landscape work. Once I got to Virginia Tech and I got my job at the Hunt Horticulture Garden, I just fell in love with mowing because it was the first time I'd ever used a zero-turn rider, and I had a lot of area to mow, and I could mow it. So I kind of just fell in love with mowing. Now, I'm going to surprise the viewers here and say, no, I don't want to mow for the rest of my life. I don't. I like mowing. It's fun. It's, you get to be really creative with how you stripe the lawn, and that's kind of cool. But eventually I'm going to get to the point that if I have my own business again, hopefully by the time I'm 30, 31, 32, I'm out of the mowing field. I'm more concentrated on running the business, or I'm on the landscape side, or I'm expanding enhancements. If I run my own business again, I strive to get to the point where if I don't show up in the office one day and the business can run itself, I've made it. Because you got to have those systems in place, for the business to be able to run itself. So, no, to answer your question, I don't want to mow for the rest of my life. However, I'm saying I don't want to mow for the rest of my life within my own company. I will, however, eventually maybe buy a house with a big yard. I'm going to get a zero turn, and I'm going to stripe the hell out of that lawn and make it look real nice. So yeah, in that way I will continue mowing. So right now I'm still working my way through school, and looking at opportunities this summer, considering my options, and I'm mostly looking forward to the future. I think I've got a very bright future in this industry, and if I had to stress anything to some of the younger folks watching, if you're still in high school or even if you're in middle school, I'd really just like to say, consider all your options. I know I have many good friends who decided to just graduate high school and go full bore into their businesses, and that's what they want to do, and I totally respect that. I'm not saying that you have to get a degree to be successful, because you don't. I'm saying I got the degree, I'm getting the degree because it opens up more doors for me, more opportunities. Just more avenues, just more things open to me. When you have a college degree, it may just seem like a piece of paper, but it's a lot more. So, in summary, I've always wanted to be in this industry. It's what I've always wanted to do. I don't want to mow for the rest of my life with my own company. If that comes to pass, I will, however, eventually get a house with a big yard and make all of the neighbors jealous with my stripe skills. And as far as after college goes, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to keep all lanes of opportunity open, And then, as far as, if you should get a degree, if you should go to school for this stuff, it's really up to you. If you decide that, I don't want to spend 4 years of my life getting a piece of paper, and I just want to go full bore into my business, that's what I want to do, you know what? Good for you. I'm not being sarcastic here, I'm really not. I'm just saying that if that's what you want to do it. And be serious about it. Commit. Because if you don't commit, your business is going to fail. You can't just half-ass, your dream. You can't half-ass it. You got to be serious about it and actually do it. But if you're interested in other lanes of opportunity within the landscape industry, really think about a degree in horticulture or landscape design. Landscape architecture is a little bit different from what we do, so that's kind of a different avenue of opportunity. They don't really do so much residential, commercial tech work. They do a lot more city planning and actual, big designs. So anyway, guys, that's what I have for now. Thinking about putting out a video soon about commercial accounts. I think that's what a lot of people want to know about. I have a little bit of experience with this in my own business and working for people, so I will share my experiences on that subject, as well as, what should you do in the winter? It's something a lot of businesses struggle with is, well, okay, the grass is done, the leaves have all fallen, what am I going to do this winter? How am I going to make money? How am I going to keep the lights on? So that video is coming out pretty soon as well. If you guys liked the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share away. It is the 4th of December, 2016, December 31st. 31st. It's coming up. I'm sitting at 86 subscribers right now. I want to thank all my current subscribers. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. And I'm really hoping to get to 100 subscribers. Um, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what I wanted to say. I just want to get this off my chest. I wanted to explain that I'm serious about this industry. I'm committed. This is what I want to do. And I want you guys to know, if you're serious about this industry, fully commit yourself, because that's the only way you're going to succeed. Alright guys, take care.